Well, hello. You've joined us here at the St. Julian's Primary Family Quiz, the virtual family quiz, second one that we've ever done. I hope you're having a good evening. I'm the host for this evening, I'm Mr. Mansfield, but I am joined by some special guests who are joining us virtually as well. I'm going to come to them now through the magic of technology, and let's see if they can hear us and speak to us. Coming over to you, Miss Shepherd. Are you there?
Bore da, Prynhawn da, good evening. I don't know where I am. It's Wednesday. Lovely to be here this evening. I love a good quiz, Mr. Mansfield. I often go with my friends to a local pub for a pub quiz, and it's brilliant. I love it. I'm looking forward to this evening as well.
Well, I hope, Miss Shepherd, you've been revising. We've got 10 rounds altogether, 10 rounds in total. Let me tell you what they are. We've got the picture round, the good old-fashioned picture round. We've got the general knowledge round. We've got the Christmas round. In fact, we've got a number of Christmas rounds. We've got a history round, a geography round, a music round, which is also a little bit Christmassy. We've got a science and technology round. We've got a which teacher round, which is also a bit Christmassy. We've got an emoji round, which we had in our last quiz, and also a sports round. Miss Shepherd, which round are you most looking forward to and feeling confident about?
Ooh, I do love a Christmas quiz.
A Christmas quiz?
A Christmas quiz. I love Christmas, one of my favorite times of year. So yeah, really enjoy that. And probably I'd have to say the science and technology one as well.
Great. What about you, Mrs. Hollings? Are you a quiz master? Do you enjoy a quiz?
I do, but I have to say I get very competitive. And I'm afraid I often get kicked out of the pub if I'm in a pub.
well, I hope we don't have to kick anyone out of our pub quiz tonight. Our school quiz, sorry, not a pub quiz. Our school quiz, because this is a family quiz. But let me tell you what you need to do to take part. You need to make sure you're live all the time. YouTube, if you stop or pause for a cup of tea, you'll be behind everybody else, and that may cause a problem when you submit your scores at the end. I'll explain how to do that. All you need to do to take part is have a piece of paper and a pen ready with you. We may ask you to send your answer sheets to us at the end through photograph of your answer sheet. So please avoid crossing out or rubbing out. Have a little discussion first in your families to see if that's the answer you want to write down. Make it really clear the number and the round that is on your quiz sheet, because if we're not clear about it when we receive your answer sheets at the end, we may have a dispute and not be able to award you the prize. Mrs. Hollings, do you know what the prize is?
No, it's a secret.
It's not a secret. It's been on all the flyers. I'll tell you what the prize is. The prize is a family takeaway on Friday night. You will, if you win the quiz, you will have a takeaway delivered to your door, courtesy of St. Julian's Primary School, and that's for our first place. In our quiz previously, I think that was in January, we did our last quiz. A family won, and they enjoyed a Domino's pizza. So if you are the winning family, you can expect a phone call from the school secretary tomorrow to discuss with you what takeaway you would like, and she'll explain how all that will work. But without further ado, we will get started. I'm going to start in just a second by displaying the picture round. Now, we've got 43 people watching at the moment, but we'll just give a little moment for anyone else to join us before I put them up on the screen. The picture round, very simple and straightforward. All you need to do, there are, I think, 8 people, 8 celebrities on a piece of on the screen in just a moment. You will need to, on your piece of paper, list 1 to 8 down the side, and make sure you name the people that appear in the pictures in front of you. So I will display those. Do you think we should start now, Miss Shepherd? Do you think we should go for it? It's 5 minutes in. I'm conscious we don't want to be here too late, and we do have 10 rounds of 8 questions. So we will get started because the teachers will need an early night before teaching tomorrow. So here we go. Without further ado, here are, let me just load them up. Here are the picture round pictures. Here we go. I hope they are coming up now. Okay, here we go. Round 1 is just taking a second. Here we go. Round 1, the picture round is about to appear on your screen. Can you tell us the names of these people? First name and last name, if applicable. Otherwise, go for it. Here they are. Who have we got here? Miss Shepherd, without giving any of them away, do you recognize any of these people?
I do. I can.
How many of them do you reckon you could get?
At least 6 or 7, I would say.
Oh, wow. That's good. Mrs.
I'm going to go
Hollins?
really positive, a high score. Yes.
Okay. Mrs. Hollins, what are your thoughts? Do you think you could get all of those people?
7.
7. Let's just put them up for everybody to see. We'll leave them on in front of you. Mrs. Hollins and Miss Shepherd confident. I wonder which number, Mrs. Hollins, are you a little bit nervous about? Which one do you think you wouldn't get?
Just unmute my mic. Number 3.
Oh, okay. I think a lot of children at St. Julian's Primary School will get number 3. We'll give you just a few more minutes. Remember, it's a virtual quiz, but no cheating, no Googling. We will know if you've Googled the answers, so no Googling. We are expecting everybody to be very trustworthy in this family quiz. I think we'll come through the answers. We'll give you just a couple more minutes because we know that it might take a second or so just to think about some of these. I feel like we need some music in the background, like the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. We've got a good music round lined up. Some of the children from St. Julian's Primary School taking part in the music round a little bit later on.
I've just recognised who number 2 is, Mr. Mansfield.
Oh, yes. Okay. So does that mean you get full marks then, Shepherd? Does that mean you know all that?
I'm the same as Mrs. Hollins. Number 3, I'm a bit stuck with.
Okay.
But perhaps can I give a tiny hint for number 2?
Go on then.
You may not recognise that person because we normally see this person in a different type of
context,
I would say.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice clue there.
That's why it took me a little while to get here, but
shall I let you in on a secret? That's exactly why I chose this photograph. Because all the other photographs of this person, number 2, it would have been too easy, I think. So there we go. I hope you can hear us okay. I'm just tweaking the sound. So sorry if you've just had the sound turn up a little bit. We'll give you a few more seconds. We've got 48 people now joining the quiz. 48 families there, all after that Friday night takeaway. Miss Shepherd, what takeaway would you go with if you were winner? You can't be the winner, I'm sorry, because you're presenting some of the rounds. But if you were, what takeaway would it be for you?
You didn't tell me that before, Mr. Mansfield.
Sorry.
You could have let me in on that
Sorry
little
about
secret. I think it would have to be a pizza. I'm very much an Italian. I love Italian food, Mediterranean.
You're very much an Italian. Wow.
Italian food. I wish I was Italian, but yes, definitely a pizza would be my chosen takeaway.
Great. Mrs. Hollins, what about you? What would you go for?
Mine too.
Really?
Pizza. Yeah.
Pizza. Well, we'll have to see what the winning family. Of course, the winning family have to send us a picture of themselves eating the takeaway. That's one of the conditions of winning the quiz. I'll just flash them up one more time for you. You can see them there. Before we go through the answers, I think we're just about ready, and I'm going to fly through them really, really quickly. So, without further ado. In fact, I tell you what, we'll see if Mrs. Hollins and Miss Shepherd can get these before I give the answer away. So stop writing. There's the buzzer. Stop writing. No more writing. That's the end of the picture round. Now you just need to mark them. We'll go through the answers. Give yourself a tick if you got it right. I'll tell you whether it's 1 mark or half a mark, or we'll work something out there. But no more writing or answering from now. Children, I need you to be honest with me and tell me if your parents cheat at this point. We will find out. We will track you down, and I'll come and eat the pizza that you order on Friday if we discover that you cheated. Here we go. Here are the answers then. We have got number 1. Who is this, Miss Shepherd?
One of my favourite authors, David Walliams.
David Walliams is correct. He is David Walliams, the children's author and Britain's Got Talent judge, amongst other things. Okay, Mrs. Hollings, do you know who this one is?
I think that's our new tennis star, Emma Raducanu.
Emma Raducanu, absolutely correct. The new tennis star, and as Miss Shepherd kindly gave you that hint, she's looking a bit glamorous here, but usually you would have seen pictures of her in her tennis wear, I'm sure. But Emma Raducanu, you need to have the first name and the surname to get the point. If you only get one of the names, we'll give you half a mark. If you didn't get the full name, then it's only half a mark. If you got the full name, it's 1 mark. Okay, next one up then. Tricky one here, Miss Shepherd. You weren't so sure, no? If
No,
you
I'm afraid
were
I don't
a
know
fan of Paw Patrol, ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I can't say that I've spent much time watching and studying the characters.
No, well, I'm a big fan myself. I enjoy a bit of Paw Patrol, and this character here is called Rubble. Rubble from Paw Patrol. So hopefully, children, you would have been able to get that one correct. So that's Rubble. It's just 1 mark for Rubble. There's no surname that I'm aware of. As much as I'm a big Paw Patrol fan, I don't know that he's got a surname. Rubble, okay. So let's see who's next. This one. Any idea, Mrs. Hollings? Let's come to you.
Next one after. Oh, is it? Oh, right. Yes. I think this is the Ariana Grande.
Correct. That is Ariana Grande. Can you sing us any of the Ariana Grande songs there, Mrs. Hollings? Do you know any of them?
I don't think my voice would stand up to it. She's got a fantastic voice, but she is one of my favourite artists.
Is she really?
Yes. Yeah.
One last time. I'll leave that there. I'll stick to being the quiz master, not the entertainment in singing. That's Ariana Grande, absolutely. On to the next one.
I like some of her joint collaborations. One with Nicki Minaj and one with Jessie J.
Well, Mrs. Hollings, I hate to interrupt you, just enjoying the artists included, but we are on a tight time limit, so I'll have a chat with you afterwards. I'll give you a phone call and we can chat about Ariana till your heart's content. Who's this gentleman then, Miss Shepherd?
Tim Peake.
Tim Peake, British astronaut, absolutely right. Fantastic, well done. Visited a primary school in Wales the other day. I was very envious. Really wanted to get him to St. Julian's. I think we asked him a couple of years ago, but unfortunately, he was just back from space and couldn't fit us in. What about this one, Mrs. Hollings? Any idea?
I think I might have made a mistake with this one. I know he was in McFly. Is it Tom Fletcher?
You're right. It's absolutely Tom Fletcher. I won't start asking you about McFly because I'm sure you'll start telling us about their collaborations and songs. But it's Tom Fletcher, who's recently been on Strictly Come Dancing. Don't know if you're a fan of that, Mrs. Hollings, but Tom Fletcher.
I think that's how I knew him.
There we go. There we go. Paired with the Welsh dancer, Amy, I think her name is. Can't remember her surname, but the Welsh dancer there. Okay, on to the next one, Miss Shepherd. Any idea?
The one and only Gareth Bale.
One and only Gareth Bale. Do you want to know a fact, Miss Shepherd? I was in school with Gareth Bale, went to my school and Sam Warburton, and I even sat next to Geraint Thomas in maths, which is my claim to fame. All went to Whitchurch High School in Cardiff. There we go. Okay, Gareth Bale is absolutely correct. On to the last one. Any idea who this crazy-looking chap is? Let's come to Mrs. Who did we go to last time? Miss Shepherd, let's come to you. Oh, no, we'll come back to you. You got Gareth Bale, but we'll come to you again.
Sorry, I'm here. That is Albert Einstein.
Correct. It's Albert Einstein. Absolutely correct. Add up your scores. That was out of 8 that round. Give yourself a mark out of 8. And what I'd like to do is put it in a little circle next to that round so you know how much to add up at the end. Get the children to do all the adding, of course. Check it afterwards to make sure they've added the right total. But that would be great if the children can add there. Okay, the next round then is the good old general knowledge round. I'm going to fly through the questions on this one. We're going to go through fairly quickly. Not too much thinking time, but see how you get on. Here we go. Question number 1. Complete the title of this popular children's book, The Very Hungry. And I'll give you a clue, it's not Mr. Mansfield. The Very Hungry Something or Someone. Complete the title of this popular children's book, The Very Hungry Something. On to question number 2. What song is currently top of the UK singles chart? What song is currently top of the UK singles chart? What song? I tell you what, we'll give half a mark for the song, half a mark for the artist as well. What song is currently top of the UK singles chart? Half a mark for the artist, half a mark for the song. What colour? This is question number 3. What colour is a giraffe's tongue? What colour is a giraffe's tongue? Have a guess if you don't know. Any idea on this one, Miss Shepherd?
I could have a good guess. I think it would be an informed guess, but I'm
An
not
informed
100%
guess.
sure.
I'm not going to ask you how it's informed. Of course, if you've been to the West Midlands Safari Park, which I have many a time, or even Longleat, I remember one year I went with a car with a sunroof, and before I knew it, a giraffe's head was right next to me in the driver's seat. So I got a good glimpse of his tongue there. Right after he licked my windscreen and left a big splodge all over it. But there we go. Question number 3. What colour is a giraffe's tongue? Okay, question number 4. Keeping with the animal theme. What is a baby kangaroo called? What is a baby kangaroo called? Have a good discussion with the family on this. Listen to the children's answers as well. Don't be that competitive parent that's only listening to your own answers. Let the children have a good guess too. What is a baby kangaroo called? Here we go on to question number 5 of this round. What is the name of the tree that produces conkers? What is the name of the tree that produces conkers? Love a good conker, or used to love a good conker fight in school. I think it's banned in most schools now, conker fighting. But what is the name of the tree that produces conkers? Here we go. Question number 6. What would someone who studies dinosaurs be called? What would someone who studies dinosaurs be called? Give you a second to think about that. Okay, next question. Question number 7. What is the name of the invisible line that runs around the middle of the earth? What is the name of the invisible line that runs around the middle of the earth? Hottest part, you see, right at the middle, closest to the sun. On to our final question for this round. What is the name of Peter Pan's pirate enemy? What is the name of Peter Pan's pirate enemy? Okay. Well, let's see how you did there then. We'll go through the answers. Here we go. Round 2, answers. No more writing. No more writing from now in this round. Only ticking. We are watching you. No more writing now. Here we go. Round 2, complete the title of this popular children's book, The Very Hungry. What, Miss Shepherd?
Caterpillar.
Very Hungry Caterpillar is correct. One of our favourite books down in the early years in the school. Well done. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Very good. On to the next question. What song is currently top of the UK singles chart? Any idea, Mrs. Hollings? Seeing as you're the music expert here, we don't need to know about collaborations or albums, just the #1 single.
Yes. I'm not sure about this one, but there's been such a fuss about this person recently. I'm guessing Adele.
You are absolutely correct. It's Adele with Easy on Me. Well done, Mrs. Hollings. Very good. Easy on Me by Adele. So it's half a mark for Easy on Me, half a mark for Adele. Okay, on to the next question. What color is a giraffe's? Oh, sorry, I haven't edited it's the American spelling of color in this particular slide. Just to correct the slide, it should be COLOUR in this one. What color is a giraffe's tongue? We corrected that in the question slide, but not in the answer slide. What color is a giraffe's tongue? Blue, purple, or black? Actually, blue it commonly is referred to as, but I thought we must accept purple or black because if you Google it, they say that it can commonly be referred to as purple or black. So we'll accept any of those three, blue, purple, or black. 1 mark if you got one of those. What is a baby kangaroo called? It is a joey. And what is the name of the tree that produces conkers? Any idea, either of you?
Horse chestnut.
Well, yes.
Correct.
My high school was full of them.
Oh, really? Difficult to ban conkers then if the high school was full of them. Horse chestnut tree is the answer to that. That's question number 5. What would someone who studies dinosaurs be called, or what occupation would they have? Actually, it's this person studies bones and fossils, but they often study dinosaurs as well. It is. Any idea? If you're a big fan of Friends, you'll know this one because it's Ross's job in Friends.
Yeah.
It is a paleontologist. Paleontologist. And in fact, it's amazing. Lots of children after year 2, because they study dinosaurs in year 2. And lots of children come out of year 2 wanting to be paleontologists. So there we go. By the time they hit year 3 or 4, it's usually back to a YouTuber or a famous footballer. But there we go. Here we go with the next question. What is the name of the invisible line that runs around the Earth? It is, of course, the equator. The equator. Final question of this round. What is the name of Peter Pan's pirate enemy? I used to love this film when I was younger. Big fan. It is, of course, Captain
Hook.
Hook.
Captain Hook. Well done. Captain Hook, Peter Pan's arch nemesis. Of course, Captain Hook. Give yourself a score, add up what you got in round 2, the general knowledge round. For the next round, Miss Shepherd, how do you fancy reading some questions?
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay.
I really enjoy reading the questions.
Well, it's a Christmas round, Miss Shepherd. We'll give everybody just a second to finish adding up their round number 2 score. A mark out of 8. Put it in a little circle so you can come back to it later. And let's see what we've got for the questions of round 2, the general knowledge round. Sorry, no, round 3 we're on. We've just done round 2, the Christmas round 3. Here we go. Okay, are we ready? Question number 1. We're about to kick off with Miss Shepherd reading our Christmas questions. Over to you, Miss Shepherd.
Okay, round 3, Christmas. Good luck, everybody. Question number 1. Which Christmas movie features swirly, twirly, gumdrops and candy cane forests?
One of my favourites, actually, Miss Shepherd. I'm a big fan of this movie. Probably my all-time favourite Christmas movie, this one.
I think I would have to agree with you there. One of my favourites.
Okay, next question.
Question number 2. Question number 2 is, in a famous Christmas song, what type of bird was sat in a pear tree? Now, everyone, all the children from St. Julian's Primary should know this because I think that's the school, when I started working for St. Julian's Primary School, that's where I first learned all of the actions to the song. And I remember Mrs. Tucker leading it at one of the pantomimes. So I'm sure most of the children from our primary school know that answer.
Okay, next question.
Question number 3. What are the 2 most popular items placed on top of a Christmas tree?
Your Christmas tree up yet, Miss Shepherd?
No, I'm a bit of a traditionalist, I'm afraid. It has to be at least December before it goes up.
Rightly so, correct. Okay, next question.
Question number 4. Which town did Mary and Joseph need to return to? So which town did Mary and Joseph need to return to?
Okay, next question.
Question number 5. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal is a quote from which popular movie? Again, I would
Sorry,
say
this is one of my
the
joint.
favourite-
I've got 2 favorite Christmas movies, joint favorites. The 2 that are featured in this quiz. I used to get in a lot of trouble for saying that line to my sister when when I was younger. Okay. Next question.
Question number 6. Which one of Santa's reindeer would be most likely to appear with Aliash and his surname?
I've no idea how to pronounce it.
Aliash from Strictly Come Dancing. Yes, Aliash from Strictly
You've just
Come
given
Dancing.
everybody a clue there, Miss Shepherd.
Oh, I see. Whoops.
Nobody knows any other Aliash. It's okay. It's only the one.
That was a tricky one, Mr. Mansfield.
Next question.
Question number 7. What might you pull on Christmas Day? What might you pull on Christmas Day?
Somebody's leg if you're telling a joke, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. There were quite a few answers to this question, I think.
I should say at this point that there could be no disputes with our answers. What St. Julian's Primary School say are the answers are the answers, just to get that legal clause in there before anybody sues us for not giving them first prize or an answer. It's always hard doing a quiz because sometimes there are answers that people want to dispute, but yeah, whatever we say is the answer goes. That's in the terms and conditions of taking part in the quiz. Next question, Ms. Shepherd.
Question number 8, and our last question in this Christmas round. How many times does the number 1 appear on an advent calendar with 24 doors?
Tricky one.
Have to think about that one.
Everybody's quickly rushing to find a calendar. How long do you think we should give them, Ms. Shepherd, for this one?
Oh, not too long. Let's not give them too much time to
Should we move on
think.
then? Should we start going through? Stop. End of the round. Put your pen down. Stop counting days of December. We are now going through the answers. So, Ms. Shepherd, take us through the answers to round number 3, the Christmas round.
Brilliant. So, question number 1. Our answer for question number 1 was, of course, one of the best films, Elf. Which Christmas movie features swirly twirly gumdrops and candy cane forest? It is, of course, Elf. Well done if you got that answer. Question number 2. In a famous Christmas song, what type of bird was sat in a pear tree? And the answer is, of course, a partridge.
Give yourself 1 mark for a partridge.
Question number 3. What are the 2 most popular items placed on top of a Christmas tree? And the answers are, of course, an angel and a star. Are we giving 1 mark for each correct answer there, Mr.
No, half a mark for
Mansfield,
each. Half a mark for each. Keep every round out of 8. Keep it simple, Ms.
Okay,
Shepherd.
half a mark for each. Okie dokie, moving on to question number 4 then. Which town did Mary and Joseph need to return to? And of course, the answer is Bethlehem. Well done if you got that answer as well. Keep totaling up. Question number 5. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal is a quote from which popular movie? And we've got a little clue there. It is Home Alone. Question number 6. Which one of Santa's reindeer would be most likely to appear with Aliash? That is Aliash And the answer was dancer.
Dancer.
Well
Do
done.
you see what we did there? Dancer. But the
I
thing
got
is,
it.
Miss Shepherd ruined it because she gave them the clue of Strictly Come Dancing. I thought that would be a bit of a cryptic one. Well done if you did get that one, though. I did like that question.
Would Prancer count?
No, Aliash doesn't do the prance. He only does the dance.
No, I've seen him doing the prancing.
Okay, well done. Oh, we've got one. Sorry, 2 more questions.
2 more questions. So question number 7, what might you pull on Christmas Day? And those brilliant crackers with the brilliant jokes that make everyone laugh every year. It was, of course, a cracker. Well done.
Not a wishbone then.
No, we won't accept any other answer other than cracker for that one.
And question number 8. So this one, you had to really use your problem-solving skills. I like this one, Mr. Mansfield. How many times does the number 1 appear on an advent calendar with 24 doors? So the answer was, of course, 12 times. We have the number 1, number 10, number 11.
Oh, we seem to have lost Miss Shepherd. Hold on 1 minute. I'll just take over for a minute and then I'll see if I can get them back. I'm not entirely sure where they've disappeared. I think my battery may have just died in my laptop. So give me a moment. No problem at all. We'll get Miss Shepherd and Miss Hollings back now. So number 1, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 21. So to get the mark for that question, you should have said 12 times. 12 times. Okay. On to the answer for the next one. Oh no, it's the next round. Tot up your scores so far. Let me just try to get Miss Shepherd and Mrs. Hollings back, and then we'll launch into our round 4 history round. Lots of these questions as well are from things that would have been covered in school. So hopefully the children should be able to answer lots of these questions that are coming up now. Let's just give me 1 moment. In fact, if I go through the history round, then we'll get Mrs. Hollings and Miss Shepherd back on the call. I don't know. I think my battery did just die. That'll teach me not to plug my laptop in. Okay, here we go. History round coming over to question number 1. Here we go. Question number 1 in Roman numerals. What number is this? What number is this that you can see in front of you? Question number 2. What did a pure finder do in the Victorian period? There was a job called a pure finder. What did they do? What was it their job to do? A pure finder. Question number 3. Here we go. Question number 3. In which country in ancient times was mummification carried out on important people when they died? In which country was mummification carried out on important people when they died? Question number 4. Which people traveled in longships and raided Britain from Scandinavia in early medieval times? Which people traveled in longships and raided Britain from Scandinavia in early medieval times? You can tell some of these questions were taken from America, I think. In 1864, a law was passed to stop children from doing which job below the age of 14? In 1864, a law was passed to stop children doing this job before the age of 14. What was the job? Question number 6. Question number 6. What was the name of the street where the Great Fire of London began? What was the name of the street where the Great Fire of London began? Question number 7. Where did the ancient Olympic Games originate? Question number 8. What was the name of the garden bomb shelter made out of corrugated metal used in World War II? And that's the end of the round. That is the end of the history round. I'm thrilled to welcome back Miss Shepherd and Mrs. Hollings. Are you both back with us?
Yes, we're back.
We're here.
Sorry, my battery died on the laptop. We lost you both, but you're back with us. That is great news. Just in time for the history round answers. So let's fly through these. Here we go. In Roman numerals, what number is this? It is 34. So X in Roman numerals is a number 10. So you've got 3 10s there, which is 30. And then you've got the V at the end, and V in Roman numerals is a 5. And the 1 is before the 5. So if it's before the 5, you take off 1. If it's after, you add on 1. If it's before, you take off 1. So 5, take away the 1 that comes before it is 4, which gives you 34. There we go. On to the next question. What did a pure finder do in the Victorian period? Miss Shepherd or Mrs. Hollings, do you know the answer to this?
Here's a pooper scooper.
It is actually a pooper scooper. So there was a job in the Victorian period that lots of children did, and that was to go around collecting dog poop from the side of the pavement. So they'd go around collecting it all up. Do you know why, Mrs. Hollings, they did that?
Oh, I think they used it for something, didn't they?
They used it for making leather. They used it for leather bags and leather shoes, and it helped in the process of making the leather and the things that they would manufacture out of leather. They needed dog poo to help them. So if you were a pure finder in the Victorian period, that was your job, to go out collecting dog poo. Not sure whether many children in St. Julian's Primary would want that job when they're older. I'm not sure I'd want that job either, but the answer is to collect dog poop. Question number 3. In which country in ancient times was mummification carried out on important people when they died? It is, of course, Egypt. Which people traveled in long ships and raided Britain from Scandinavia in early medieval times? It is the Vikings. In 1864, a law was passed to stop children from doing which job below the age of 14? Any idea, Miss Shepherd or Miss Hollings?
Going up the chimneys.
Correct. It was going up the chimneys. So children would often be sent, because they're so small, when there was a big chimney blockage, the chimney sweep would take children and send them up these really great tall chimneys to try and clear out the blockages. But of course, that was a really dangerous job to do for the children. They'd have to go up really high, and lots of children got stuck, and it was a particularly unpleasant job. So there was a law passed in 1864 to stop children becoming chimney sweeps. After the age of 14, they could become them. And I think even after the age of 10, they could be an apprentice chimney sweep. But I think at the age of 10, they weren't allowed to go up the chimneys. At the age of 14, they were allowed. Okay, next question is number 6. What was the name of the street where the Great Fire of London began? Great street name. I love the person who named this street, Pudding Lane. Pudding Lane, because the famous bakery on there, the Great Fire of London, started from a spark jumping out of an oven in a little bakery, Thomas Farriner's bakery. And unfortunately, the fire spread really quickly because the roofs all had thatched roofs. The houses all had thatched roofs, and of course it had been a long, hot, dry summer, so everything was really dry. The houses were also really close together, so the fire rampaged through the city of London, and it was really difficult. But the year 4 is currently learning about that. Okay, on to question number 7. What did the ancient Olympic game? Where did the ancient Olympic Games originate? The answer is, of course, Greece. Okay, and then what was the name of the garden bomb shelter made out of corrugated metal used in World War II? It is an Anderson shelter, invented by Sir John Anderson. Actually, it wasn't. I think Sir John Anderson was put in charge of air raid precautions back in World War II. I've got to check my facts in a moment. But John Anderson was the person who was commissioned with finding a cheap, low-cost air raid shelter for the government, and I think commissioned an engineer by the name of William Patterson or Oscar Carl Kerrison. Don't know, either one. Check that. Go and Google that later on, I'm sure. But we're going with the answer, the Anderson shelter here, because that was the name given to the shelter. And you can see a little picture of one there. We actually built one on the school field many years ago. Still there now. Okay, round 5. Miss Shepherd, can I hand back over to you? Do you want to take us through the geography round?
Oh, I love geography, Mr. Mansfield. I did it in school. I did it for A-level, one of my favourite subjects. So yes, please. Okay, question number 1, round 5, geography. What is the largest ocean in the world? I'm not sure if we can see the questions yet, but question number 1 is, what is the largest ocean in the world? Okay, moving on to question number 2. What is the largest country in the world? What is the largest country in the world? Question number 3. What is the name of the river that flows through the centre of Newport? So we should all know that. A location one where we all live. What is the name of the river that flows through the centre of Newport? Okay, moving on to question number 4. To which country does this flag belong? Ooh, I really enjoy a flag question. I like knowing my flags and capital cities as well.
Do you know, Miss Shepherd, there are some children in the school who I can't catch out with flags. They go home and learn all about flags, and they come in. I haven't been able to catch them out. So there are some, and there's some children as well who know capital cities of pretty much every country going. I haven't been able to catch some of them out. So have a little practice at flags and capital cities, children. Let me see if I can challenge you and catch you out.
Question number 5. Which Welsh village was flooded to make a reservoir to provide water for Liverpool? That's a really tricky one in there. Really tricky. Which Welsh village was flooded to make a reservoir to provide water for Liverpool? Moving on to question number 6. What is the currency used in Uganda? What is the currency used in Uganda? We do a lot on Uganda in school, so I'm sure lots of children will be able to answer this one as well. Well done if you know the answer. Question number 7. What is the name of the volcano that erupted, which ruined the city of Pompeii? Fun fact here, I have visited Pompeii. Really, really interesting place to visit. What is the name of a volcano that erupted which ruined the city of Pompeii?
Year 3 is currently doing that, I think, in their lessons, or have been learning all about volcanoes.
And our final question then in our geography round, question number 8. What is the capital city of France? That's a nice one to end with. Well done, everybody.
Okay, put your pens down, stop writing. Time to mark them. Let's go through the answers. Miss Shepherd, do you want to take us through?
I'd love to. So, question number 1, the answer. What is the largest ocean in the world? And that is, of course, the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean. Also really important that we know all our oceans as well. Question number 2, the answer for what is the largest country in the world? I'm guessing this is largest by size.
Oh, I should have clarified that earlier. Yeah, I should have clarified. Okay, so yeah, it's largest by size. Largest by size, not population. That's a very good point to make, Miss Shepherd.
So obviously the answer then is Russia. Russia is the largest country in size. Well done. That was a tricky one. Question number 3, the answer. What is the name of the river that flows through the centre of Newport? That is, of course, the Usk. The River Usk flows through the centre. We can see it by the wave and the riverfront. And question number 4. To which country does this flag belong? And that is Portugal. I'm yet to visit. I'd really, really like to go. It's one of the places that I'd like to visit, but that is the flag of Portugal.
We've got some children from Portugal in the school, Miss Shepherd, and they've been teaching some of us Portuguese over the past few weeks. So I'm coming on, I'm learning.
Brilliant. Not an easy language, Portuguese. Question number 5 then. Which Welsh village was flooded to make a reservoir to provide water for Liverpool? And we've got 2 possible answers here. It could be Capel Celyn or Tryweryn. Well done if you got that one. That was a tricky question.
Very good. Capel Celyn, the name of the village, but we'll also accept the name of the Welsh village, Tryweryn. And of course, this was this caused major outrage in Wales. You can still travel to North Wales to see the underwater village. It's still there. If you, I don't think you could dive down. Maybe you can, but there are videos as well on YouTube of cameras that have gone underwater. You can see houses and churches that are still underneath the water. And essentially what happened was industry was really taking off in Liverpool and the surrounding area. And they needed to be able to provide water, to get a water source there. And they decided that the best place was this little village in the middle of the Tryweryn Valley, little village Capel Celyn. And so they literally just told everybody, you're being evicted from your homes, you've got to move out. And they flooded the entire area. So the town is, the little village is still underwater now. Have a little look on YouTube. But well done if you got that one right. Bit of Welsh history there, Diane.
Okay, moving on to question number 6 then. What is the currency used in Uganda? And the answer is Ugandan shillings. Ugandan shillings. Well done if that's your answer. Question number 7. What is the name of the volcano that erupted, which ruined the city of Pompeii? And the answer is, of course, Mount Vesuvius. I visited a volcano. That wasn't the volcano I visited when I was at Pompeii. Can't quite remember the name of the volcano. The one thing I do remember was it was extremely smelly. Very, very smelly.
Do you know why it was smelly? Why are volcanoes smelly, Miss Shepherd? Do you know, Mrs. Hollins? Do you know?
The sulfur.
The sulfur and the smells coming from the...
Absolutely. Sulfur. The sulfur in the volcanoes. Okay.
Up next. Question number 8. What is the capital city of France? What is the capital city of France? It is, of course, the city of love, Paris. Well done if you got that one.
Mange tout.
Okay, right. Slightly different round for the music round. We'll give you a second just to add up what you've got. Put it in a little circle. Make sure that you are recording as you go through because it'll speed you up when you come to the end. See what score you've got there. Now we're coming to the music round. So what we have got to do for the music round, we are going to play you some children from St. Julian's Primary School humming some popular Christmas tunes. You have to write the name of the tune. It's just 1 mark for the name of the tune. We'll only play them once. We'll play them again when we give you the answers, but we will only play them once. So make sure you listen carefully. They're only short clips. And here we go. Let me just load them up. Hopefully this will work now. Here we go. Just getting to the beginning. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if we can. Here's song number 1. Just name the song. That's all you need to do. Very nicely performed. Song number 2. Question number 2. Song number 3. Name this song. Song number 4. Name this song. Nice. Song number 5. Very nicely performed. Song number 6.
La 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 la.
Song number 7.
La 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 la.
Song number 8, the final song. There you have it. First of all, I think a round of applause to all those people. What brilliant humming. It's actually really difficult to hum to tunes. Lots of children said, I can't hum it, but I can sing it. But they had to hum it because they needed to give you the chance to guess what it was. Let's watch them back. No more writing. These are the answers now, so you just need to mark whether you got them right or wrong. Here we go. Let's watch the video again and see whether you can get them. Here we go. Song number 1, it was Jingle Bells. Jingle Bells was song number 1. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Lovely, very good. Jingle Bells, give yourself 1 point for Jingle Bells. Song number 2. Had a very shiny nose. It is, of course, Rudolph. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Give yourself a mark if you wrote Rudolph. Song number 3. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. It is, of course, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Give yourself a mark if you got that one. Song number 4. This one, Little Donkey. Not sure if you got that. Little Donkey, that was. Song number 5. This is, of course, the Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell Rock. Song number 6.
La 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 la.
It is, of course, Away in a Manger. Away in a Manger.
La 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 la.
Beautifully sung. On to number 7.
La 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 la.
It is, of course, 12 Days of Christmas. We'll accept Partridge in a Pear Tree too. Song number 8, final song. But the very next day, you gave it away. It is, of course, Last Christmas. Well done, children. I'm so proud of you for those little hum-alongs. I literally just popped into a few classrooms this afternoon and videoed some of the children humming away. They were really super brave. Putting a video camera in their face as they hum is daunting, to say the least, but they did a brilliant job. I actually couldn't get any staff to hum. You'll be amazed to hear. Sadly, no staff hums. Give yourself a mark out of 8 for those questions. Miss Shepherd, do you think you would have got all of those?
Yes, definitely. Christmas songs start on the 1st of December, sometimes a little bit sooner. So I'm very, very familiar with Christmas songs.
Down with the Christmas songs. Great. Okay, well, we're going back to the next round. Let's just have a look what it is. It is science and technology. Miss Shepherd, do you want to present this round, seeing as you're a big technology fan?
Lovely, I'd be honoured to. Okay, so starting with round 7, I can't believe we're flying through the rounds. Science and technology question number 1. Out of the 7 colours of the rainbow, which one is in the middle? So out of the 7 colours, I think the question will be up any minute. Out of the 7 colours of the rainbow, which one is in the middle? I wonder how many of you are singing the song in your head at the moment. See if you can get to the one in the middle. Which colour is in the middle? Question number 2. Which brothers invented the first aeroplane? Which brothers invented the first aeroplane? Question number 2. Which brothers invented the first aeroplane? That's a good general knowledge one for science and technology, I think. Moving on to question number 3. What logo is this? I wonder how many of our children recognise that logo. I'm seeing it more and more often as I'm around. I nearly gave another clue then, Mr. Mansfield, and you nearly told me off. I did not say anything. Question number 4. The liquid inside a volcano is called what? The liquid inside a volcano is called what? I saw some year 3 on the yards doing some experiments with volcanoes, so I'm sure they'll be brilliant with that answer. Question number 5. Animals that eat both plants and meat are called what? Animals that eat both plants and meat are called what? We'll be checking the spelling of this one as well. Not an easy word to spell. Question number 6. How many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts does an octopus have? I know this one because I've answered this in a quiz before. Think carefully on this one. Don't be tricked. Question number 7. How long does it take the Earth to fully orbit the Sun? How long does it take the Earth to fully orbit the Sun? And then moving on to question number 8. What is the name of this app? You've got a picture there. What is the name of this app? Very, very popular at one point. I think a few accidents happened because of that app as well. Okay, let's go on to the answers then. Stop writing, put your pens down. Let's see, what did you score on the science and technology round? What did you think you got, Mrs. Hollins, on that one? How did you get on with science and technology?
Well, I like to think science technology is strength, but I think this is probably my weakest round. Looking at my list, I wasn't sure about I wasn't sure about the last one, and I wasn't sure about the third one. So I don't know.
Tricky. It is tricky. Okay, question number 1, the answer. Out of the 7 colours of the rainbow, which one is in the middle? The answer is, of course, green. Green is in the middle of our rainbow. Question number 2. Which brothers invented the first aeroplane? Which brothers invented the first aeroplane? I must admit this was one that I wouldn't have got right. This was one that I struggled
Funny you
on.
should say that, Miss Shepherd. You wouldn't have got right, because it is the Wright brothers.
I did that on purpose.
Nice.
Yes, so the Wright brothers, Orville and Wilbur. So well done if you've got that great general knowledge there.
You only need to get the Wright brothers. You don't need to. You don't need to get their first names. We'll accept just the Wright brothers.
I think that's very fair. Moving on to question number 3 then. What logo is this? This is, of course, the Tesla logo. The Tesla logo. That was the one, Mrs. Hollins, you weren't sure of. Yes, I'm seeing more and more as I'm driving around the Tesla logo. Question number 4. The liquid inside a volcano is called what? The liquid inside a volcano is, of course, magma. Magma.
And it's lava when it's outside of the volcano, isn't it? When it's inside the volcano, it's magma.
Brilliant. Thank you, Mrs. Hollins. Question number 5. Animals that eat both plants and meat are called omnivore. Omnivore. They eat both. And then question number 6. How many hearts does an octopus have? How many hearts? They have 3 hearts. 3 hearts. Not 8. 3 hearts. Question number 7. How long does it take the Earth to fully orbit the sun? That is, of course, a year. 1 year to fully orbit, to go around, to move on its axis. And then question number 8. What is the name of this app? What is the name of the app? And that is the Pokemon Go app. Using virtual reality or augmented reality, to find and interact with Pokemon, I believe. I've never actually played it myself, but I've heard some great things. So well done if you got those correct. Give yourself a mark out of 8.
Miss Shepherd, we've got a problem.
I'm
going to come back to another round. You can finish off marking off those, but I have just received an email to the school account. I'm going to flick back, if I can find it, to the Christmas round. And there was a dispute, would you believe, on the answer. And I did say that whatever we say goes, but on this occasion, I think we stand corrected, because we asked the question. Let me just come back here down to the Christmas. Sorry, bear with me a moment. I'm just searching on the screen for the round. I can't find it. It was the question which asked, how many times does number 1 appear on the Advent calendar? Let me just see if I can present this one slide. Will it come up? Here we go. Here it is. It was this question here. How many times does the number 1 appear on the Advent calendar with 24 doors? We've had a dispute, and we gave the answer as 12 times. But it's just been rightly pointed out that actually we've only counted the number 1 in 11 one time. So if you count the number 1 that appears in 11 twice, as I believe it correctly should be, the actual answer is 13. So I've got to give credit to the Gittins family for that. Well done. You are absolutely correct. It is 13 times that appears So I tell you what, we'll be fair. You can't say fairer than this. What do you think, Miss Shepherd, if we accept 12 or 13? We're easygoing at St. Julian's Primary School. The correct answer is 13, but we've already given the answer, and some people won't want to ruin their mark sheets and go back. I bet you were all shouting at the TV as we gave the answer to that one. What are these silly teachers doing? They can't recognize the number 1. Well, that was just a test for you. We knew it was 13, really. We just wanted to see whether any of you were awake enough. So we apologize for that. That was a genuine mistake. And the actual answer is 13. So you can correct that question and answer if you like. If you got 13 or 12, we'll accept either. But well done to the family who emailed in. I'm so sorry that we got that wrong. Now, just let me scroll back down because we need to get back to the right place in the quiz, which was, I believe, we went past the geography round. Give me a moment. We went past the science and technology round, which means we are now coming to the last couple of rounds. We are very close to finding out who the takeaway winner will be. But we've got to do this. Let me just go in to present it back. So hopefully it will now appear in front of you. We can see the next round. Here it is. And this round is called the Which Teacher round. So we're going to read out some scenarios. You have to say which teacher it was you think that scenario belongs to. Only the teachers on screen are the teachers that you need to be considering. So if they're not on the screen, don't put their name down. The other thing that you need to know is that only every teacher is used once. So there are 8 teachers you'll see on the screen. No 2 scenarios apply to the same teacher. Here we go. Scenario number 1. Which teacher got engaged on Christmas Day one year? One of those teachers you can see in front of you. Mrs. Parry, Mr. Mansfield, Mrs. Ryle, Miss Gregory, Miss Millett, Mrs. Watkins, Mrs. Hollings, or Mrs. Hayward Price. Which of those teachers got engaged on Christmas Day one year? Put their name down. We're moving on. Which teacher had a dog for Christmas one year? I'll give you a clue. This teacher was 5 years old when they got given a dog. So have a look. Which teacher was given a dog when they were 5 years old on Christmas Day? What a lovely present. Miss Shepherd, you're a big dog lover. Did you get your dog on Christmas Day, or was it a gift another time?
Unfortunately not. It was many years of begging and nagging, maybe another word. And eventually it wasn't on Christmas Day. We had Poppy on St. David's Day on the 1st of March.
Nice, so, yes. Welsh dog. That's wonderful. And of course, we've been at Pen y Fan for a staff walk with Poppy in the wind, and Poppy is only a very small dog and nearly got blown off Pen y Fan while we were up there. Miss Shepherd had to pick her up and put her in her coat. But there we go. One of the teachers, and it's not Miss Shepherd, had a dog for Christmas one year. Which teacher do you think that was? Let's go on to the next question. Which teacher had Christmas dinner ruined when her child flooded the upstairs bathroom, which then caused water to start pouring down all over the dining room table below? And I'm told that the dining room had all of the Christmas meals set out very nicely on, and all of a sudden water started to drip and then pour onto the Christmas dinner below. I understand this member of staff's son had caused a blockage in the toilet, which caused some flooding, which then started draining down through the ceiling to the dining room below. That is probably one of the worst Christmas disasters that you could have in it. When Christmas dinner is ruined, there's not much more that can go wrong on Christmas Day other than a problem with the presents. But I do love a Christmas dinner, and I would not be pleased if the bathroom water started pouring all over it in front of me. Okay, which teacher spent Christmas Day in hospital one year when she was accidentally poked in the eye with a sharp fingernail? Which teacher spent Christmas Day in hospital one year when she was accidentally poked in the eye with a sharp fingernail? Okay, on to the next question. Which teacher had a chemistry set for Christmas one year and accidentally burnt a large hole in their mum's best tablecloth and made a large burn mark on the kitchen table? Which teacher had a chemistry set for Christmas one year and accidentally burnt a large hole in their mum's best tablecloth and made a large burn mark in the kitchen table. Next question number 6. Which teacher was Mary in her school nativity show and dropped baby Jesus's head? Oh dear. Which teacher was Mary in her school nativity show and accidentally dropped baby Jesus's head? Which teacher had all of her Christmas presents opened by mice one year? Which teacher had all of her Christmas presents opened by mice one year? Question number 8, the final question for this round. Which teacher was an elf on the Caerleon Christmas sleigh one year? For those of you that know, there's a Christmas sleigh that goes around Caerleon every year, and I think it goes and knocks on people's houses to say hello. But one of our teachers was an elf on this sleigh one year. Which one was it? Okay, we're going to go through the answers. It'll be interesting. Mrs. Hollings, I'm going to ask you as we come through to guess who you think. I don't think you know the answers to all of these, do you?
No,
so
I don't.
We're going to come and see if you can guess before we give the answers. Okay, which teacher got engaged on Christmas Day one year? Do you know, Mrs. Hollings?
I do know this one. It was Mrs. Parry.
It indeed was Mrs. Parry. She got engaged on Christmas Day one year. I think it was last year, wasn't it? Was it last year? There we go.
No.
Year before? Fairly recently, before she got married, she was proposed to on Christmas Day. Very romantic. Always a great idea as well. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Only one Christmas present, an engagement present to buy. Mr. Parry is a very sensible man. Okay, on to the next question. Which teacher had a dog for Christmas one year? Any ideas, Mrs. Hollings? Know who this one is?
Well, Mrs. Hayward Price has a dog, but I think further down I changed my mind. I think it must be Mrs. Ryle.
It is not Mrs. Ryle. It is Miss Millett. Miss Millett had a dog for Christmas when she was 5 years old. I meant to ask her what the name of it was. Yeah, Miss Millett had a dog. So give yourself a mark if you got Miss Millett. The next question, which teacher had a Christmas dinner ruined when her child flooded the upstairs bathroom, which then caused water to start pouring down all over the dining room table below? Any idea, Mrs. Hollings?
Well, I know that this person has a son and dog, and that's why I changed my other answer, Mrs. Hayward Price.
It is indeed Mrs. Hayward Price. She filled me in on the story earlier so I could share it with you. Her son disappeared in the morning on Christmas Day, and there was... we won't say too much about the blockage in the toilet, but as a result, he kept flushing it and kept flushing it. The toilet overflowed and it went all over her bathroom floor and down. Apparently, it even started draining through onto the table below with Christmas dinner. Oh, I bet he was in trouble and not very popular on Christmas Day. And I'm sure he'll thank Mrs. Hayward Price for sharing that story with the entire school. But great. Okay, which teacher spent Christmas Day in hospital one year when she was accidentally poked in the eye with a fingernail? Any idea on this one, Mrs. Hollings?
Well, that was me.
It was you. Tell us what happened.
Well, I gave my daughter a hug, and she was having a lovely new Christmas scarf, and we were rearranging the scarf, and I said, oh, that looks so lovely. And then I spotted the Christmas paper on the floor and bent down to pick it up just as she picked up her hands to rearrange the scarf, and unfortunately her thumbnail poked me right in the eye. And
you sent me a picture of that. I thought we better not share it on the screen because in case people are a bit squeamish, but Mrs. Hollings sent me a picture of this and her eye was bright red. It looked very painful indeed, and I'm sure again you thanked your daughter for that Christmas present there of a trip to the hospital to have it sorted out. Wonderful. Okay, it was Mrs. Hollings. Give yourself a point if you got that. Which teacher had a chemistry set for Christmas one year and accidentally burnt a large hole in their mum's best tablecloth and made a large burn mark on the kitchen table? Any ideas, Mrs. Hollings, on this one?
I'm guessing that's you, Mr. Mansfield.
It was me. You're absolutely right. I was so excited one year. My uncle bought me a chemistry set for Christmas. He was late coming to Christmas Day, and that was the only present I was so excited about having. So I waited all morning for this Christmas present to arrive. My uncle arrived through the door, gave me the chemistry set, and inside there was a little Bunsen burner, and there was a little manual, a little book that told me all of the Christmas experiments that I could do. And there was one experiment I was desperate to do, and that was to make a stink bomb. And you could mix some of these chemicals together, and then you needed to hold it over this little Bunsen burner and heat it up. And the smell then it would give off, it was an awful smell. I remember it really well. Probably similar to the sulfur from the volcanoes that you were visiting, Miss Shepherd. But I remember it worked, and I was so impressed. And then I was going around trying to make every room in the house smell of my stink bomb that I'd created, only to find that, unfortunately, the Bunsen burner had burnt a little hole in the tablecloth and caused a big mark on the kitchen table. Needless to say, I was in trouble with my mum. That's only second to the story of me scratching into the top of her grand piano when I was younger. But yep, that one was me. If you got that one right, give yourself a mark. On to which teacher was Mary in her school nativity and dropped baby Jesus on the head? Any ideas, Mrs. Hollings?
Well, I got it wrong because I had Miss Millet, and she's the one with the dog. So
correct. It is, in fact, Mrs. Ryle. She was telling me how she played Mary in the school nativity. Well done, Mrs. Ryle. Big part there. But unfortunately, Mrs. Ryle dropped the little baby Jesus as she picked him up to cradle him in her arms. And I understand baby Jesus, his head fell off, which is very sad, ruined the whole nativity. But I'm sure the parents all enjoyed it. We've got lots of mishaps of nativity plays here as well. So they're always enjoyable. Okay, last question. Oh, no, last but one question. Which teacher had all of her Christmas presents opened by mice one year? It was Miss Gregory. And now what happened here was Santa Claus had delivered the presents to Miss Gregory's house, and they were being kept in her attic, waiting for Christmas morning. And so Christmas morning, Miss Gregory's parents went to get the presents down and found that the wrapping paper had been chewed to shreds because there were some little mice in the roof that had also wanted Christmas presents and had nibbled through all the wrapping paper. So poor old Miss Gregory, her presents weren't wrapped up that Christmas because the mice had already unwrapped them. Good little story there. And last question, which teacher was an elf in the Cullinan Christmas sleigh one year? It was Mrs. Watkins, dressed up as an elf to join the Christmas parade around Cullinan, which is great. Give yourself a mark. I like that. I like that round because a lot of it is just luck over who you think it might be. Perhaps some of you could have educated guesses at some of those, but give yourself a mark out of 8 for that question. We're on to our last couple of rounds. I tell you what, Miss Shepherd, because you're good at sports, you can do the final sports round, and I'll do the round that we've got, which is the Christmas emoji round. A big fan of we had a lot of compliments about the last emoji round, which was places in Newport on emojis. This year, it's which Christmas song have we got in emojis? So let's put them up on the screen and see what you come up with. Here we go. Which Christmas song do you think this is? I feel like I'm on catchphrase because I'm about to say what you see. Say what you see. That's the only tip I can give you for these. Which Christmas song have you got there? Think you know there, Miss Shepherd? You're nodding away. You think you've got that one? Great. Okay.
Yeah, I've got that one.
On to the next one. Which Christmas song is this? What Christmas song? Mrs. Hollings, any idea on this one?
Oh, walking.
No, don't give them. No, don't say anything. I was just asking you if you had an idea. We need to let everybody else. But well done.
It's past my bedtime, Mr. Mansfield.
I'm sorry for keeping you up. We are coming into land. We're coming to the end. What Christmas song is that you can see in front of you? The next one, Christmas in emojis. What Christmas song is this? I'm not going to come to the staff just in case they give this one away. What can you see going on there? Question number 3. Question number 4. What Christmas song is this? I like this one. Okay, question number 5. Question number 5 is this. What Christmas song? Question number 6 of the Christmas in Emojis round. Which Christmas song is this? Miss Shepherd's nodding away again. Recognize this one straight away, did you, Miss Shepherd? Got this one. Big fan.
Oh, this one's one of my favorites.
Question number 7. Which Christmas song is this? And question, I don't know if I'm giving you enough time. Do you need more time? We're against the clock. I'm conscious we've been going for nearly an hour and a half now. It's going to be worth it for one family on Friday night when they're indulging in that nice takeaway. Which Christmas song is this? On to the next one. Which Christmas song is this? I like this one as well. Okay, here we go on the answers then. Stop writing, give yourself a mark for each of these. No more time. Here we go, come to the staff. Let's see, did either of you get this one? Starting with Miss Shepherd. Did you get question number 1?
I did.
What was it, Miss Shepherd?
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. You can see it there. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Good song. On to the next one. What Christmas song is this? Mrs. Hollings, you nearly gave it to everybody whilst they were doing the round, but can you tell us what it is?
No, I nearly gave it to everybody, but I only got Walking on the Ice.
Oh, Walking on the Ice. I'm not aware of that Christmas song. And you surprised me, Mrs. Hollings, because you were the music expert at the start of the quiz.
Wow.
Miss Shepherd, do you know what song that one
I do.
is? Go on, give it to us.
I do. Walking in a Winter Wonderland.
Walking in a Winter Wonder. That's the little emoji for wondering.
Oh.
And that's the little emoji for land. Walking in the Winter Wonderland. Can you see it now, Mrs. Hollings?
Yes, I can see it now.
Okay. Walking in a Winter Wonderland was the answer to that one. On to the next one. Did you get this one, either of you?
Yes.
Go on.
I did go a bit wrong. I thought Frost Coffee Snowman, and then I thought no, that's Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty, it's a cup of tea, the snowman. Frosty the Snowman. Well done. Give yourself a mark if you got that one. Frosty the Snowman. This one, I like this one. Any idea? Go on, shout it out, one of you. What is this?
Silent Night.
Silent Night. Silent Night. A nice easy one for you there. Question number 4. Silent Night. Give yourself a mark if you got that one. Question number 5. What did you get for question number 5?
Joy to the World.
Joy to the World is actually correct. Well done. Joy to the World is the answer to question number 5. Question number 6. Go on, Miss Shepherd.
Fairy Tale of New York. One of my favourites.
Fairy Tale of New York. Fairy Tale. And then there's the Statue of Liberty there to show New York. Very good. Well done. Which one is this? Number 7.
Nice and easy. Driving home
for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas. Very good. Give yourself a mark if you got that one. Oh, I like this one. I thought this was a clever one. Any idea, either of you?
It took me a while.
Go on.
It took me a while, but I got there. The First Noel.
The First Noel. The First Noel. Very good. The First Noel was question number 8. Give yourself a mark out of 8, and then I'm going to hand over to Miss Shepherd for the 10th and final round of the quiz before we find out who our winners are and who gets the takeaway on a Friday evening. Let's have a look. Give yourself a score. Just give you a moment to add them up. Miss Shepherd, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
The emoji round is one of my favourite rounds, Mr. Mansfield. I think it's brilliant.
Oh, good. You're very good at it, I must say. I'm not sure I would have got them all had I not made the quiz. Okay, over to you, Miss Shepherd. Take us into our 10th and final round. The
Okie dokie then.
round.
So, round 10, sport. Question number 1. Which country does footballer Lionel Messi play for? Which country does footballer Lionel Messi play for? Question number 2. Which sport takes place in a velodrome? We're very lucky to have one in Newport. Which sport takes place in a velodrome? Well done if you know that answer. Question number 3. What term in 10-pin bowling describes having knocked all the pins down after your second bowl? So what term in 10-pin bowling describes having knocked all the pins down after your second bowl?
You good at bowling, Miss Shepherd?
Yes, I'm competitive enough to say that I am good at it. I'm not sure my scores always reflect that answer, but yes.
Mrs. Hollings, what about you? Good at bowling?
Well, I'm a bit competitive, but yeah, I'm okay at it.
Interestingly enough, we've got dads and lads coming up. We're probably going to do it after Christmas now because we've had so many people request to join. But one of the activities is bowling on dads and the lads. New for this year. And of course, it's not dads and lads anymore. It's men behaving dadly because daughters can take part as well, which is brilliant. But one of the activities is bowling on there. And I cannot wait to take on some of the dads and children with bowling. I'm not great, but sometimes I just fluke a really good round. Sometimes I go and manage to do really well. Other times I come away and think I'm awful. But there we go. Okay, next question. Sorry, I interrupted.
Question number 4. In netball, what does WA stand for? So in netball, what does WA stand for? I was a netballer in my prime, not so much anymore. Had a bit of an injury, so I had to retire. Sad times. But
so you became a teacher instead.
Yeah, what does WA stand for? Tricky one, that one. Question number 5. What colour belt are martial arts experts entitled to wear?
I've only just noticed on this question, there's a little picture of my head. I didn't make this round. Mr. Jones made this sports round. And he's very cheekily put my head on a... Well, actually, maybe it's a compliment. He thinks I'm some sort of martial arts expert. But Mr. Jones, that's very kind of you to put my head on this little martial artist at the bottom. Hey, here's an interesting fact for you, right? So one member of staff spoke to me today and wanted to take part in the quiz. We've got lots of staff taking part, staff very competitive. But did you know Mrs. Addis in the infants is currently the Welsh women's champion for Taekwondo, I think. Some sort of title like that. Yeah, I think it's Taekwondo. I have to check with her. I need to make sure I've got that right. But she couldn't come this evening because she's going to get her black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, wow.
So don't mess with Mrs. Addis. Yeah.
We are a talented team. Question number 6. In which sport might you do a slam dunk? In which sport might you do a slam dunk? And I think that means on purpose. So in which sport might you do a slam dunk on purpose as part of the sport? Question number 7. Which type of swimming stroke has the same name as a flying insect? If you are familiar with our Olympic swimmers, and I know Adam Peaty has been on Strictly Come Dancing, that is a stroke that he is very, very, very good at, and I believe won an Olympic medal in as well. So which type of swimming stroke has the same name as a flying insect? Question number 8. Where is the next Olympic Games set to take place? Where is the next Olympic Games set to take place? That's a good question. They happen every 4 years. I think I know this one.
Well, that is our last question. That's the end of the quiz. Here we go. Miss Shepherd, take us through the answers of that final round. Let's see how people got on.
Brilliant. Okay, so the answers to question number 1, which country does footballer Lionel Messi play for? We know that there was a big hoo-ha in the summer when he moved from his childhood club, but this question was all about which country, and he plays for Argentina. So well done if you had that, Argentina. Question number 2, which sport takes place in a velodrome? Which sport takes place in a velodrome? And that is cycling. We are very well known for our cycling in Britain, in Great Britain. Lots of famous Welsh cyclists as well, like Geraint Thomas, who Mr. Mansfield was lucky enough to have his maths lessons with that he mentioned earlier as well. Question number 3, what term in 10-pin bowling describes having knocked all the pins down after your second bowl? And the answer to that is a spare. A spare. I think I only know that from playing bowling, 10-pin bowling on the Wii when I was a lot younger. Great game. Great game. Question number 4, in netball, what does WA stand for? And it's an attacking position because it has an A in it, so it is a wing attack. Wing attack was the answer for question number 4. Question number 5. What colour belt are martial arts experts entitled to wear? I think Mr. Mansfield did give you a tiny little clue when he told you the story about Mrs. Addis.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
The answer is, of course, black belt. A black belt. We're all just far too generous, I think. We're all far too generous. Question number 6. In which sport might you do a slam dunk? And, of course, the answer is basketball. Well done if you got that answer. And question number 7. Which type of swimming stroke has the same name as a flying insect? That is, of course, the butterfly. The butterfly. And then finally, question number 8, our final question. Where is the next Olympic Games set to take place? It is set to take place in Paris, which is obviously in France, from the 26th of July to the 11th of August in 2024.
Well, that brings us to the end of the quiz. Add up what you got for that round, and then we'll give you a few moments to add up what you got overall. Because we're going to tell you what to do with your score in just a moment, but we'll give you a second or so just to add up your scores in total, and then we'll tell you how to submit them. And we're going to announce live this evening who won in the last quiz. I added up all the scores quickly on my computer and ended up muddling them all up. I won't make the same mistake this year. I'm determined not to, but we will be telling you how to submit your scores in just a moment. But we'll give you a second or so to add them up. Mrs. Hollings there adding up her scores, hoping for that pizza on Friday night as she listens to Adele.
No. No, Ariana Grande.
Oh, sorry, Ariana Grande. I'm sorry.
I don't want dreariness on a Friday night.
Okay, you should have had enough time to add up your scores, so this is what you need to do now. You need to go to our school website, www.stjuliansprimary.com. You need to click the link in the blue banner at the top of the page. You need to fill out the form to submit your score. You'll need to put your team name. You'll also need to list all the people in your family who have taken part. It can only be the people who have taken part in the quiz this evening. And make sure you also put the classes next to any children that are in St. Julian's Primary School. So, for example, Joe Bloggs, class 3, or Mrs. Hodges' class, whichever. But make sure you put the class name next to the children that have taken part. If obviously you're a parent, you don't need to put a class next to your name, just so we can match up the children to the classes to make sure we've got the right people. Once you have done that, we'd ask you to take a photograph of your answer sheets and email them to us That's just so we can verify the score of the people in first place or the top scorers. And then we will announce who the winner is. So I'm going to put some lovely music on for a moment and put the title page on the iPad screen, so you should be able to enjoy some music while you add up your score, and we'll let you submit. I must say, if you're not watching this entirely live, there's only going to be a 5-minute window to submit your scores. We're not going to keep everybody waiting for too long. Just a 5-minute window to be able to submit your scores. So please make sure you do it fairly quickly. Otherwise, you may not be included because we'll close the answer sheet. I know that's frustrating if you have joined us and it's not, and you haven't been watching us live. But that's how we've got to do it. Otherwise, we can't announce the winner on air. So I'm just going to put hopefully some Christmas instrumental music on. Let's see if we can. Oh, here we go. Here's some. Is this Christmas jazz? Let's see if I can put some Christmas jazz on.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for
an advert on YouTube. Give me a moment. Here we go. Some Christmas jazz. Oh, beautiful. Scores have already started coming in. Mrs. Hollings and Miss Shepherd very excited, waiting to find out who the winners are. Very excited for this Friday night takeaway to see who's won. They're wondering which house they're going to turn up at on Friday to enjoy a takeaway with the family. I'm just kidding. We won't put you through a takeaway with Mrs. Hollings and Ariana Grande. Lots of scores coming in. I wonder who it's going to be. Oh, we've got lots of scores coming in. We'll give a little bit longer. Cheerful music, this. I'm enjoying it.
It's like good hold music.
Lots of scores still coming in. Well done to all the families that have taken part. Seriously, thank you for joining us this evening. This is as exciting as our week gets, to be able to spend the evening with you. So we have enjoyed ourselves presenting the quiz, and we're glad that you were able to take the time to join us. Educational and fun, that's what we like to think. But we'll just give some time for these scores to finish coming in. Well done to everybody who's submitting them. You've done brilliantly, I can see here. I'm very excited to find out what takeaway the winning family are going to choose. In fact, I should have made that a question on the form, shouldn't I, to submit. I'll do that next year. So this is how it'll work. If you are the winning family, you will receive a phone call from the school secretary tomorrow. Miss Deal is going to give you a call. She's going to ask you some questions to make sure you are who you say you are. And then she's going to ask you what takeaway you're hoping for, and she's going to explain how it'll all work and how it'll be delivered and where to. I might treat myself to a takeaway on Friday as well.
Often have a takeaway on Friday, Mr. Mansfield.
Do you? You have a takeaway regularly, Miss Shepherd? Friday night
Yes,
treat?
Or sometimes what's known as a fake away these days, I think.
You make a fake away. That's where you do it yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, sweet and sour chicken, one of my favourites. I know you wanted to know that anyway.
Keep them coming. We've got some more coming in. I'm going to close the submission form very soon. Get those scores in.
I'm not holding out any hopes, Mr. Mansfield. I had a technical issue and I couldn't hear any of the music round, so I don't think my scores are going to be good enough to have a pizza delivered to my house. It'll be me and Ariana Grande having a fake away.
Okay, right. I'm going to leave the music playing and I'm going to now have a little look to see if we can see the winning family. Let's have a little look here. Oh, we've got some more just coming in, just squeezed in a submission there. The most important thing is to get your scores submitted on the website before sending the photo in. Just about to find out who it is, who are the winners. I'm going to work some magic, hopefully, on this laptop to be able to see all of the scores coming in. We had a number of players, but some people have chosen not to submit their scores because they didn't feel they were high enough. So far we've got 26 teams have submitted scores. Let's have a look and see. I'm about to close it. We'll just give 30 more seconds. Is anybody else going to quickly get their scores in? Okay, and let's just count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Closed. You can no longer submit your scores. Sorry if you've missed it. The form will not allow you to submit any scores now. We've stopped accepting those responses. Now, let's just have a little look to see. Oh, there are some good scores here. Let me just have a little look, and I just need to put them all in order. Okay, well, I've done it, and I've got the winners. I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm going to read these out to you in reverse. Very exciting. I'm sweating here. I'm so excited to find out who the winner is. I don't think it's got anything to do with the fact I've left the little heater on in the room over there because the school central heating turns off long before. So I put myself a little fan heater on to keep warm in this room. Here we go. So this is in reverse order. And, there were some people who didn't even submit their scores. So these people did really well. So we've got the Shepherds with 46. Great score. We'll give a round of applause to the Shepherds. And I must say at this point, we will also make sure that everybody who's taken part in the quiz gets a certificate. We'll get somebody to give out some certificates tomorrow. So if you took part, you get a certificate. for taking part. So well done. So the Shepherd family had 46. Then we had Team Choo Choo. You know who you are. You had 48.5, 48.5. Then we had Crazy Maisie's team with 48.5. Then we had the Webbs with 48.5. 3 then with that score. Then we've got TMS. I don't know what TMS stands for, but TMS is the quiz name, is the team name. You had 49. Well done. The Gameros had 49. Very good. And of course, Valentino starred in one of our little music videos earlier on. Very good humming there. We've got the Blocks with 49.5. We've got the Taylors with 50. We've got the Viners with 50. We've got the Hewishes with 50.5. We've got, girls only, the Cotterells girls only. I wonder if that means Dad doesn't get any of the takeaway on Friday if you win. I'm sorry to tell you, you haven't won, but a good effort. You got 54.5. Then we've got the Shermalada family, and we've got 54.5, 54.5. Then we've got the Loud House. I think we all would have loved to have done the quiz in the Loud House this evening. That sounds great. I'm sure the neighbours love it as well. Loud House, you got 54.5. Well done. Then you got, let's just have a look. We've got 2 Evans is bigger than 1. I like that name. You got 56. Very good. Very good. Then we've got the Shah family with 57. We've got the Cork family with 58. Joey's Gamers with 59. And of course, Joe starred in one of our music videos earlier. Some great humming of Jingle Bell Rock. Thoroughly enjoyed that this afternoon. Then we've got the Brown family with 59 as well. Then we've got the Peckish Powells with 60.5. I like that name, particularly as the prize is a takeaway. But I'm sorry, Peckish Powells, you may be peckish for a little bit longer. Then we've got the Garlands with 61. Then we've got the Smiths with 64.5. Then we've got the Gittings family with 65. The Davises with 67.5. Uncle Robert and Auntie Rachel with 69. Then we've got the Davis family, the Casey Davis family, with 70. But in first place, and I'm sure they are already cheering, it's Pollard Power with 72. Pollard Power, all we need to do is check your quiz sheets, which the school staff will do tomorrow. Congratulations to you. You have won a takeaway for Friday night. The school secretary will telephone you at some point tomorrow. They will ask you what takeaway you want. So have a little chat. They'll give you some options tomorrow. See what you fancy. And we will arrange for that to be delivered to you on Friday evening. Well done to everybody for taking part. Thank you to the staff as well for taking part. Let's just come back over very quickly to our brilliant panel here. Mrs. Hollins, way past her bedtime, but managed to stay awake till the end of the show. Let's just come across here to see you both. Can I thank you both for taking part this evening? Did a brilliant job. What was the highlight for you, Miss Shepherd?
Hearing all the families who've taken part, it's just lovely to be able to do something like that with our families, I think. So well done, everybody. And just taking part in the quiz. I love quizzes, and especially the emoji round. So yes, thank you very much, everybody.
And even if you didn't win, we hope you've learned something tonight as well. Mrs. Hollins, what was your highlight?
Well, again, all our families taking part, having all of that, and also, dropping a clanger here and there.
Great. Hey, listen, thanks so much to our families for taking part. As we've said, it's been a tough old term, and we're not quite through the woods yet, but thank you so much. And I'm really grateful as well to the staff who have been seen on the screen and who have taken part behind the scenes as well. We'll get to Christmas. We're looking forward to it, but enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for joining us on this cold winter's night before December. And Pollard Power, enjoy your takeaway on Friday. Goodbye from us all here at St. Julian's. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye.